republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to the Tuesday, January 2nd meeting of the Board of Aldermen. Happy New Year. The first item on the agenda is minutes of the previous meeting. Revised minutes, I believe, were sent out this afternoon.
I'll move for the approval.
Second.
Do we have a motion to approve the minutes? It's been seconded. Any corrections, additions, changes to the minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Moving on to public comment. Are there any members of the public here to address the board on matters not on our agenda? Seeing none, we'll move on to communications from the mayor.
Okay. And in the interest of tonight's agenda already being short, I'm going to keep my part short. So there's two things I've got tonight. One, and if you could just pass it around, take a quick look. This is the application for the grant from the state of Vermont, from the Office of Economic Opportunity. This is the homeless transitional housing planning grant that I've been talking about. It's $240,000. I would just like to see if the board could suspend the rules and make a motion to approve the grant application process.
So moved.
Motion to suspend the rules?
Second.
Great, we have a motion to suspend the rules. It's been seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
And
Is there a motion?
yeah, the motion would be to authorize the mayor. Thank you. The motion would be to authorize the mayor to sign the grant application and submit it with the help of the RRA, and then approve the grant for use when it comes in.
So moved.
Second.
All right, so we have a motion to authorize the mayor to apply, and it's been seconded. Alderman McCann and then Alderwoman Davis.
Can you remind me, is there any sort of match for this?
There's no match. It's this is the one where we submitted it to Chris Winters. The idea was a big idea with lots of components. This is to cover one of the components. This would be for either an individual or a consulting firm to help us develop a plan to fill the homeless transitional housing gaps that we have today.
And just to request that a copy is sent to the board.
Absolutely.
So we have more opportunity to read it.
Yeah, we have a little tweaking left to do. That's the majority of it. It's substance, but I will send it to you when we're done.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any additional discussion or debate? Alderman Gillum?
The deadline is what?
There's no deadline for this. We're almost done, so I just wanted to, between the next two meetings, I'd like to get it submitted. So.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Seeing nothing further, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Great. Just a quick update. We are doing an HR director interview this week. We got another application today. We requested an interview set up with them, hopefully for this week, if not early next week. And we are trying to get through that process as quickly as possible to continue to work on filling that spot. If anybody has any suggestions, I've asked before, but feel free to pass the position along. So, all right, that's it for me. Seriously, I'm done. Have a good night.
All right. Moving on to additions and deletions to the agenda. Do we have any additions or deletions? AttorneyLaChance?
Yes, I need to delete my items off of the agenda. They should have been on for next meeting.
Very good. Any other additions or deletions? Can I get a motion to approve this deletion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Moving on to reports and letters from department heads and officials, we have City Clerk Kapusta with a request regarding liquor licenses, and there's a memo on page 1 of your packet.
Do you want me to read, or do you all okay? Okay, thanks. This is just to allow me to approve liquor licenses as they come in, as well as outside consumption and entertainment permits. They tend to come together. To make it easier, I would appreciate it if you would allow me to do those approvals.
To suspend the rules
Thank
and take the
you.
matter up tonight?
Second.
All right, we have a motion to suspend the rules. It's been seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Motion to allow the city clerk to sign all the licenses, and you can make that list. I don't know what you told me, but put that in the motion.
First, second,
First,
third.
second, third, and
Outside
and entertainment, yes.
outside consumption, yes. And I so move.
Second.
Alderwoman Hooker.
Just with the caveat that if there are any problems with the liquor license, that the clerk is going to bring them to the board,
Yes, I
correct?
will, yes.
All right, so we have a motion to allow the clerk to approve liquor licenses. And if there are any problems with any of them, they'll come to the board. Alderman McCann?
Yeah, sorry, I'm not completely familiar with this process as it is. So who would sign it now?
Usually it's just the clerk. It's been that way for years.
We approve this each year.
Yeah, each year we just.
Back in
go
the
for
day,
approval.
we had to circulate.
Yeah.
They owe those permits.
Okay, great.
She's saving us
Very
some time.
good
trust
question.
me.
Now everything is online. It's all different.
Just so, Mr. President, if I may, just to give you a little history, the State of Vermont Liquor Control Board has changed the laws and rules. They now do everything online. So all the operators have to file online. Before it was all paper, and then they had to go to all the department heads and get the signatures, but now it's all online. It goes through the clerk's office, and she signs it online and sends it up. So that process has been simplified, I guess is the word. Sometimes it's confusing, but in the old days, they used to bring the problem children back to the board, and we dealt with it. It goes in the committee, and we went through the whole process, put maybe some stipulations on their permit that they have to do these things to comply. But we haven't had that problem for a while, so we've been pretty good.
Thank you.
All right, so we have a motion. It has been seconded. Seeing no additional discussion, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have Treasurer Markowski with a request to approve loan documents for the Connor Park Sewage Project. These were emailed to the board.
Hi, everyone. So this is the initial borrowing on this, the Connor Park Combined Sewage Storage Project. This was a big project, if you remember, in the long-term control plan. So this is a small initial for the start of the planning for this. So the request is your approval of the documents and sign off on the loan agreement for $86,600. So I also checked, I like to educate myself a little bit on the project, and remember the city received a large award through the state for the long-term control plan. This will pretty much, this is what that $7.5 million is going to really support this project, so no borrowing. Other than this, I think it's all going to get wrapped in together, actually. So.
Alderwoman Davis?
I was going to move to suspend the rules.
Second.
All right, we have a motion to suspend the rules. It's been seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
And I'll move for the approval of the loan document RF1-334-1.0 for the Connor Park Combined Sewer Storage Project in the amount of $86,600, and to circulate the document for board approval and state treasurer's signatures to be attested by the city clerk.
Second.
All right, so we have a motion and it has been seconded. Any discussion or debate?
If
Alderman
I may,
Gillen?
Mr. President, I'd like to put a little spin on this so people understand what we're doing here. This is the big project we've been waiting for a long period of time. The people on Meadow Street, School Street, in that area, in the Meadow Street Playground has been flooded so many times because we can't handle the amount of water at one time. So we're putting a 1 million gallon vault underneath the park to handle that problem and then fix the streets up at the same time. So this is going to be a big deal for that neighborhood. Long time coming.
Additional discussion or debate? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you, Treasurer. Moving on to reports of representatives, we have none. Reports of select committees, we have none. Petitions, letters, miscellaneous communications, we have none. Board of Control Commissioners, we have nothing on the agenda. Board of Cannabis Commissioners, nothing on the agenda. That brings us to unfinished business. Alderman McCann.
Thank you. I got to thinking about the local option tax and some of the money we're seeing with that. And in a lot of our budget discussions, there was reiteration of the need to have an actual capital improvement fund plan or whatever the wording would be. And I believe it's sitting in committee, but there was a pause on it while we waited, I think, for a grant application by the zoning administrator for funds to kind of help develop that plan. I was just wondering if we could get an update either from the mayor or from Andrew on kind of where that grant application is or where we are with that process. Not necessarily tonight, but sometime soon.
Mayor Dungus, did you want to give an update tonight, or would you like Andrew Strinisty to do it next meeting?
So there is an update. It's not been publicly released yet.
Okay.
It's positive for us, and I'll give you an update next meeting.
Very good.
Forward.
Any additional unfinished business? Alderman Barbagallo.
Not really unfinished business, but I just thought it's something that maybe everybody would like to know about. Wonderfeet Children's Museum. This past week had 2 days where they were completely filled to the point that they had to turn people away due to fire codes. So, to quote an old movie, if you build it, they will come. They are coming. And we need to see more of this in the city. We need to see this publicized better, along with our rec department facilities and everything that's being done for our seniors and our students and everybody in the city. And I just would like to see some better coverage, Gordon. So I'd like to see that. I'd like to see pictures of things happening in Rutland, not art activities that are happening in Barry in our paper. I think we are promoting Rutland. We're not promoting Barry. And I would love to see more of that in our local newspaper.
Thank you, Alderman Barbagallo. Any additional unfinished business? That brings us to miscellaneous motions, resolutions, and new business. Seeing nothing?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion to adjourn. It's been seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
You left your coat on.